you very much, Mr. Moderator. I am Seydou Alassane, Deputy PRO, United Front Party. In fact, my elder brothers and fathers have already spoken, and they are almost all calling for change. By calling for change, we need real change and not just cosmetic change. As you take a look around, they have all been in governance at a time. So, if we talk of economic mismanagement, then they are contributing factors to the mismanagement that has so far bedeviled our nation, Ghana. We therefore call on all Ghanaians, all electors, to hold them by their waist as they all call for economic change, as they all call for social change. As such, let's change them and bring a new and vibrant party that has a touch of development, that has the ideas of making business with Ghanaians. As such, domestication is what UFP stands for. Ladies and gentlemen, Ghana is a typical example of the world's most waste-managed economies. It is a country that should not be poor, and yet it is. But it is this is the reason why our immediate priority as a political party, our priority is to first organize a national economic development forum right after 7th December 2013, when Mr. Akwesi Ade and the United Front Party has taken power from our ailing brothers who have so far taken Ghana to economic slavery. Ladies and gentlemen, first upon forming the next government, the United Front Party, under the leadership of Mr. Akwesi Ade, popularly known as Odike, will convene a national planning conference to draw up a national strategic development plan for our government and successive governments. One key cause of our economic slavery is negotiation of tax breaks in mining contracts by mining firms, manipulation of tax-based allowances by mining firms, tax avoidance and misinvoicing and tax evasion by mining firms. Our solution to this problem: we shall expand the productive sector of the economy, especially agriculture, agro-industries, fisheries, and light manufacturing, so as to create long-term sustainable employment and income and strong revenue base for public finance. Our second solution to this economic problem is that vigorous exploring and exploitation of our oil and gas reserves, while simultaneously but seriously pursuing alternative sources of energy, will also be implemented. We shall develop a full range of service aimed at creating a knowledge-based export service sector to enable our agricultural produce to be exported, and the much dividends will then also be brought to the development of our social sector. In cooperation with the private sector, conscious efforts and disciplined manner implementing an export promotion strategy based at identifying and promoting niche production and service sector. Ladies and gentlemen, our economy can never flourish when our agriculture is underdeveloped. We are all here, all because we've had something to put in our belly. We are all here, all because our ailing farmers have done all that they can, despite the difficulties they all go to produce the little that we have had before we can move here. The government of United Front Party, after 2013, will ensure that agric industrialization will be the catalyst to drive the economy of this country. This we shall do by ensuring that our local people who produce the food we consume and the export commodities that we export to get money to run this country shall be given a higher priority. We are all aware that most of these farmers even lack basic accommodation. Go to our villages. Farmers have very small structures on their farm where they live and then farm. At the end of the day, they get tired and production to that effect goes very low and lower. The government of United Front Party will ensure that farmers who are noticed to be producing very relevant commodities that help in the enhancement of the economic emancipation of this country will be given a housing facility at a very low and affordable price, so that at the end of the day, they have a very nice place to lay their heads and work for Mother Ghana. Thirdly, on agriculture, most of the times we are left at the mercy of weather. We are left at the mercy of natural disasters, all because successive governments have not paid attention to modern system of agriculture, and that is irrigation. In all world agricultural producing countries, irrigation is the first priority of governments when they want to ensure that agri-produce are really the backbone of their economies. For this reason, United Front Party will ensure that every district will be provided with modern irrigation facilities within the first 4 years of our government. Then by the second tenure, almost every constituency, every town and village will have an irrigation facility, and Ghana will be an agricultural-based country, and forever we shall never want. Ladies and gentlemen, now on education. In fact, I feel very sad when my uncles and brothers all stand here speaking against themselves when they are the contributors to the numerous unemployment in our country, when they are contributors to the dwindling educational fortunes of our students. In fact, if I don't know, I know for sure that the MTC government that's one ruled this country for about 19 years. Before the second comes, it's now almost 4 years. If really you have something that you could have done to improve education in this county, why not then by now? It's a rhetorical question that I'm asking. For my brothers and sisters of the MPP, the 8 years, let's ask ourselves, what better thing did you do for education? 8 years, MPP. Kufuor ruled Ghana for 8 years. Educational reforms were done at a rush, all because of gaining political advantage. Ghanaians and prosperity will judge every government that dwell with the citizenry. When you make education free and yet students are left at the mercy of corrupt headmasters and headmistresses. When students are left at the mercy of the PTAs, charging exuberant PTA dues, charging exuberant fees that are not approved, but because the governments of the day lack effective monitoring, this go about unheard. And even if it is heard, the ears and the mind has refused to make sure that these corrupt people in the educational sector are brought to book. Ladies and gentlemen, it is only and only a party with new vision, a youthful party, a party without a history of corruption that can ensure that education is free, accessible, and qualitative. And that is Mr. Kwesi Adar's United Front Party. Junior high school education, 3 years. At the end of the tenure of the 3 years, BECE. What do we see at the end of the BECE? Out of 10 students, 4 are able to go to the senior high, and the rest of the 6 become dropouts, wandering on our streets, pickpocketing, holding arms. Then at the end of the day, we are not allowed to sleep because the government of the day did not provide the right atmosphere for people who do not even get the education to get employed. They force employment for themselves, and at the end of the day, they do that at the peril of individuals and the nation as a whole. BECE will be abolished after 2013, when Odike has become the ultimate ruler of this nation. All because it is preventing very good students at the remotest areas of this country from accessing further education, as such the senior high education. How many basic teachers accept posting to our rural areas? Almost